Hello students, now we will start question number 5 from exercise 8.2. Question is find the whole quantity if now in that first question is 5% of it is 600. So in previous question what was that particular quantity was given to us, or we can say that particular amount or quantity was given to us, and from that particular quantity we have to find some percentage of amount, like that 15% of 250, 1% of 1 hour, like that. But here it is given that 5% of it is 600. So here it is given that 5% of it is 600, but whose 5% is 600, that what we have to find. So here we can say that we have to find the whole quantity, or we can say that the original quantity. So mostly we can say the whole quantity, because from that particular whole quantity we have to find some percentage of the amount from that is given to us. So for that, how to solve this type of question, when we will see the example, so you will understand that all that things very carefully. So here the first one is 5% of it is 600. So 5% of 600, but whose? So for that, as we discussed in 4th chapter 2, whenever that particular amount that we don't know that whose 5% is 600. So the first step that we can do here, that we will assume that, or we can let. So first step here we will write let the whole quantity be x. So that means here we assume that the whole quantity be x. That means here according to question 5% of x is equal to, now it will be 600, because here we assume that the particular whole quantity is x. So 5% of x is how much? 600. So here to remove this 5%, what we will do, as we done in fourth question, particular whenever we have to convert any number into percentage, we have to multiply that with 100. But to remove that, what we will do here, we will divide this particular thing with 100. So here we will do 5 upon 100 multiply by x is equal to 600. So this step represents that 5% of quantity x is equal to 600. And what is x? The quantity which we have to find. So for that, now here we have to find the value of x. So for that, what will I do? X is equal to 600. Now when I will change the side of this 100, so from division when I will change its side, it will come in multiplication. Multiply by 100 upon 5x equal to this step. So whenever there is a particular term is in multiplication, and if I will change its side, it will come in division. So therefore x is equal to, we all know 5 12s are 60, and here it will be 120. So 120 multiplied by 100, so it will be 12,000. So what this 12,000 represent? This 12,000 is the value of x, and what we assume that, or what we let that the whole quantity be x. So that means this x is our whole quantity. So the 12,000 is whole quantity whose 5% is 600. So at last we can write that the whole quantity is 12,000. So this is how we have to do this type of questions. Now moving to the next one. Next one, 12% of it is rupees 1080. So again the same method as we done in first. First what we will do here, first here we will let that, or we can assume that let the whole amount or whole quantity be x. So therefore 12% of x is equal to rupees 1080. X represent here that whole quantity. So that means we assume that the whole quantity that we have to find, that is x. So 12% of x is equal to rupees 1080. So here we can write that 12 upon 100 multiplied by x is equal to rupee 1080. So here if I have to find the value of x, so for what I will do, x is equal to 1080 multiplied by 100 upon 12, because when I will change the side of this 100 it will come in multiplication, and when I will change the side of 12, so from multiplication it will come in division. So now 12 nines are 108 and we'll add this 0, so 90 multiplied by 900, so it will become 9000, but it is rupees 9000. So at last we can write that, thus at last we can write the statement, the whole quantity is rupees 9000. Similarly, moving to the next one, 40% of it is 500 kilometer. So as we done in previous sum, so now we all know that first step will be, let the whole quantity, or we can write that the whole distance, whole quantity be x. So therefore 40% of x is equal to 500 kilometers. So to remove this percentage, what will I do? I will divide this 40 with 100, multiply by x is equal to 500. So this statement shows that 40% of this x is equal to 500 kilometer as question suggests. So now here I have to find the value of x. So for that, what will I do? Here I will write that x is equal to 500 multiply by this 100 is in division. If I will change its side, it will be in multiplication. Similarly, this 40 is in multiplication. If I will change its side, it will come in division upon 40. So therefore x is equal to this 0 will be cancelled. So we all know 50 upon 4, 50 upon 4, 100. So x is equal to, you can also do this method, 50 multiply by, so here you will get 5000 upon 4. Now it will be easy for us. So when we will solve this, we'll get 1250. So 1250, here we can write that. So here at last we can write the statement that thus the whole quantity is now 1250 kilometer. That means 40% of 1250 kilometer is how much? 500 kilometer. Next one is 70% of it is 40 minutes. So now the first step we all know that here we will write that let the whole quantity be x. So here we assume that the whole quantity is x. So here I can write this statement, therefore 70% of x is equal to 40 minutes. So for that, now this represents that 70% of this x is equal to how much? This is 14 minutes. So for that, to find the value of x, here I can write that thing. Before that, we can write the statement that 70 upon 100 multiplied by x is equal to 40 minutes. So now here I have to find the value of x. So for that, x is equal to 14 multiplied by 100 upon 70. So we all know that, because when I will change the side of these two numbers, so the position will be changed. So this 0 will be cancelled. 7 2s are 14. So x is equal to 2 into 10. It will be 20. What 20? It is 20 minutes. So here we can write that the whole quantity is 20 minutes. Similarly, moving to the last one. Last one is 8% of it is 40 liters. So the first step here we will do that. Let the whole quantity be x. Therefore 8% of x is equal to how much? It is 40 liters. Now we all know that. What will be our next step now? Here we will write 8 upon 100 multiplied by x is equal to 14. So this statement says that 8% of this x, that means the whole quantity is 40. So therefore x is equal to, now we know very well this thing because we are doing this particular fifth or sixth sum. So 100 multiplied by 40 upon 8. Now we all know that 8 5s are 40. So therefore x is equal to 5 multiplied by 100. I'll get 500. So this 500 is what? This is the whole quantity. That means last we can write that. So the whole quantity is 500 liters, because here the unit is given and the quantity is in liters. So this is how we have to solve this type of questions. So here we are completing this question. If you are having any query or doubt regarding this, you may ask me in comment section. Thank you.